Good evening. My name is Kanya. I'm representing Garden Road Community Television. Tonight we are attending an interaction of gender-based violence at Oubaai Hotel. Let's go inside to see the details.
Volunteers, whether you are a nurse, whether you are a social worker, whether you are an ECD practitioner, because with gender-based violence, and as I said previously, children are involved, and these children need to be de-traumatized. The reason why we are sitting with so many problems in school is because broken children goes to school with their brokenness. That is why they have bullying in school, that is why they have fights in school, that is why our education system is struggling. So we are going to look at the 5-year-old, at the 4-year-old, at the 6-year-old that is growing up in a house where there is gender-based violence. Why is it the names of the gender-based violence information officers, as well as the companies that they come from? Please don't break our painting. This is actually the third painting that I got from Mr. Nahor.
And you can maybe have a refill again, and then we will come back again. Thank you.
Right now we're having a chat with Matt, one of the developers of the app. Matt, please tell us about the app and how you came into a relationship with the church. I believe God's Care is a church, and how did you guys develop that relationship and get into the building of the app?
The relationship that we have built up actually came through my parents. My parents actually met Ethel a few months ago, and we truly believe that the Lord had His hand in the work in this. My parents met Ethel, who I was introduced to. We spoke about doing an employment app, but at the same time, Debbie and Ethel approached me about a gender-based violence app.
Okay.
The initial project was supposed to be really minor. It was supposed to be a proof of concept where we can just provide the function. But as God does, He works in you and He puts the ideas and the information and the knowledge in your head. And so we built it up to the features that we have now, where we are able to send information to the police about if guns are present, if children are present. We are able to get special people to come in and assist if children are there, like social workers. So it's definitely been from what we initially projected to what it is now is completely different. But it's been a very great journey. It's taken us about 5 months to get to where we are so far, but we've got a long journey still ahead of us.
Yeah. So today is your official launch.
So today today was meant to be the official launch, but with everything, it never goes 100% according to plan. Yeah. We are in the Google development program. We are approved by Google, but Google require us to meet a certain amount of requirements, and that is having the app on a certain amount of devices. So tonight we use the people that were a part of the event to download the app, to use the app, to test the emergency function of the app, as that allows us to better know any features that we need to add or problems with the app that we need to fix before we can go live. We recently received another round of funding, so we've been able to implement more features, and we're hoping that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, all of these extra features will be implemented and we'll be able to go live before the 1st of May. We are hoping for the middle of April, but we are just trying to give us a bit of a buffer in case Google come back with any issues. But yes, within about 3 weeks we'll be officially launched. But yes, tonight the database on the website went live and people are able to use it.
So who are the few companies that have taken part in this initiative as to sponsor you and make sure that the app comes to a successful?
So we are a really small organization, so we've had to work with the contacts and the people that we know. We can't really say that we've had big businesses being involved just yet. We're hoping for that sort of investment, but at the moment the work has come from us and the connections and whatever we've been able to pull in our community and our small group of people in that organization.
Very well, thank you so much.
No problem.
Good evening, sir. My name is Kanya. I'm representing the Karun Road Community Television. I'd like to ask you a few questions about this event tonight. What have you benefited from being a part of this project here, and how is it going to change the community in large?
Yeah, good. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share with you. My name is Len Kok. I'm a psychologist and a pastor. Currently still staying in Somerset West in Cape Town area, but yeah, we will see about that. My involvement in this and what I get out of it is that every place where there's God-breathed vision, something happens, isn't it?
Amen.
So this is obvious and very clear tonight that it's got to change stuff. It changes atmospheres, and that is why it's so exciting to be involved with God Cares. It's the enthusiasm and the fact that they are just led and guided by the Holy Spirit to make a difference and leave a different legacy. That is the main thing that why I'm involved with it.
That's great. So you came all the way from Cape Town to witness this event tonight.
Yes.
And what has been your part directly to grow the initiative?
Okay. My role in this whole thing is to ultimately establish, or let me backtrack a little bit. In the research that they've done over a period of time where they had around 12,000 interviews done in this area in terms of gender-based violence, they found that nearly 45% of all instances where there's gender-based violence, there's substance abuse.
Yes.
Okay, so we started with a different approach. We started to say, okay, if I can tell you the story like this, there was a tribe that lived on a bank of a river, and happily everything went well, and one day they started seeing bodies and wounded people drifting past them in the river. You know, dead people, wounded people, and they started to pull them out and build hospitals and help them and build schools, but nobody ever went upstream to see what is the real cause.
Yes.
All right, so, and that is what Debbie and them did. They started to go upstream to see what can we do upstream to prevent it. And therefore, that's where the change came. Not just to deal with the victim, but also with the perpetrator, and then put correctional steps and steps up on top of the river to try and save lives ultimately. So my role in this is to that we aim to establish a rehabilitation center that will be probably outpatient rehabilitation center. If it develops into an inpatient one, it's fine, but it will be free for the community. And that is the big difference. Nobody or very few people in the community has got the finances to afford proper treatment when it comes to addictions of substances, etc., etc. So that is my big role. That is why I'm working on trusting for funding to come in. We are developing all other kinds of projects to see to that it's funded, and so that we're not always dependent on government or dependent on donors. It will always be part of it, but we want to become more self-dependent when we talk about that side of the project, and that is to help people overcome this disease of substance abuse. And it's possible. It's more possible than what people think.
Yes.
So that is why I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, that is like a shortcut to therapy
Yeah.
for a lot of people that are not outspoken and that are scared to voice out the challenges that they face on a regular basis. So this is
Yeah.
like something very powerful.
Yeah.
I congratulate you and hope that God continues to take you upstream.
Thank you very, very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Enjoy that.
Bye-bye.